Alright, boys, let's go. Another test is starting right about now. So, what we're testing now, we just finished testing the Widow Mines. Now let's test the Shield Battery Overcharge. My son just said his first words. He said, "One base PvP, remove Pepe hands." Nice meme. Nice meme. So what's going to happen now is he's going to go Proxy Robo Immortal Stalker. And I will go Fast Expand off of 2 gates. And I'll try to hold with the new Beasty Overcharge, okay? Don't be tricked. It's not a battery overcharge, it's Beasty Overcharge. Thank you. You can also call it Cutie Patootie Charge. I wouldn't mind that either. This guy wrote, Beasty noob, Beasty one-on-one me, Beasty smurf, Beasty smurf, Beasty smurf. Goodbye. Bam! By the way, if you were like Omega lol just trolling, bans on Twitch will make it so that you can't read the chat when you enter my channel. And also, even if you make another account, your IP is banned! Suck on those nuts. Okay, so I'm gonna still play like a normal game, you know, I'm scouting, okay, I'm seeing only one pylon. So what I'm going to try and do is do the Beasty Overcharge. So basically what it does, it's a little, you know, but interesting, but basically what it does is, it makes it so that you overcharge your skill battery and it heals way more. Like way more. Like 1.2k shields, I think, or something like that. It's probably gonna come from there. So let's see. So my natural finished. No! I'm actually done. I just used okay, wait. Don't hold up. Okay, so let me bring 3 stalkers. Bring 4 stalkers, 1 immortal near watchtower. Okay, so let me see how fast my stalker does.
Cold is the void.
Kill my stalker.
Your probes are under attack.
Okay.
I am the voice of the eclipse.
Okay.
Intriguing.
That's pretty fast, right? Come again near my battery. 1 stalker. Kill it. Okay, let's see near bat. No. No. You bring. Let's see how much you can hold.
Why are my skills?
Basically 2 shots, probably if you don't move, you can kill the if you don't move, you can kill the stalker in 2 shots, which is what we see in Blizzard patch notes. Okay, go again. 1 stalker, don't micro, just a move. Holy shit. Oh, but that drains so fast! Wait. But that drains so fast. It was empty, now it's fresh. Dude, it was full energy.
I am the voice of the eclipse. Vera, cold.
Okay, 6 stalker, 1 emo versus my 4 stalkers, okay? And let's try 2 batteries. Go. And I'll have the battery overcharge as well.
For the reckoning. Very wise.
So if I use the shield battery overcharge, I mean, he still fucking wrecks it. It definitely helps, don't get me wrong. It kind of feels underwhelming. The energy gets drained really fast. I don't know, what do you guys think?
State thy bidding.
It doesn't seem great.
Mineral field depleted.
Yeah, I feel like it gets, sure. No. Let's try 4 stalkers, 1 immortal.
We shall serve.
Like, look how fast it gets drained. That's what bothers me. Like, the healing is obviously insane, right? Okay.
I heed.
I don't... It doesn't... You don't think it recharges as fast as it should? I think it does. Look. I'll show you guys. It does recharge as fast as it does. It runs out so fast though. I don't know if something's wrong with it or it's just really bad. So again guys, what it does is overcharges the shield battery, increasing its shield restoration rate. So the healing from the shield battery is twice as fast, and energy regen is, and causing it to regenerate 100 energy over 21 seconds.
For all the great content, Beasty.
So, look at this, right? Wait. Okay. So this is normal healing, right?
We march to victory. We shall serve.
Wait, I have an idea how to test this actually. So, let's wait for 50 energy. This is actually interesting. Let's wait for 50 energy. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see how many shots it drains. Let's see. 50 energy. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 shots. Let's say 5 shots and Stalkers, no shields, right? Let's try this. Now, if we overcharge 2, 3, 4, 5, it works as intended, so the numbers are correct. It heals faster, obviously twice as much, and now you can see the energy regen. Look how fast it is. It doesn't now, one thing to note, it doesn't regen the energy on the battery twice as fast. It regens 100 over 21 seconds. So it's just double healing and then plus 4.78 energy regen. I mean, it doesn't seem that great. Like, I gotta be honest.
State the code.
Like,
The voice of the
let's take this Stalker, right? So let's say 2 Stalkers against 1. Let's say this battery is almost at full energy. Let's wait for full energy. Yeah, you can keep overcharging as many times as you want. So let's take this. Let's take 3 Stalkers, right? I mean, it kept that Stalker alive for 21 seconds, right? But when you introduce spike damage, this is when the issue arises. Look at this. So let's say this is the normal setup that you're gonna meet with Proxy Robo, right? This is where the problem comes in. So 4 Stalkers, 1 Immortal. Look how fast it gets drained. So the question is that really gonna save you in PvP 1 base versus 1 base?
Mineral field depleted. Mineral field depleted.
It's just to buy time? But that's the thing, is it gonna buy time? Because once it expires, that's it. I mean, okay, so don't get me wrong. It's obviously a buff in PvP if you're getting all in, right? It's an extra thing to have. But trading a chrono boost for 67 minerals? Well, yeah, you're trading chrono boost for another battery, basically, yes. But obviously this is going to be used against all ends. But is it worth? I don't...
I am the voice.
Not is it worth. It's worth because it's energy and you're going to use it against all ends. In that way, it's worth. But is it good enough to hold all ends? That's the question. Because realistically, right? If you have this kind of fight...
I am the we are.
Let's say, let me use 2 force fields. Okay, can you attack with 6 Stalker, 1 Immortal? Wait a second. Or... But... Okay, let's try 8 Stalkers, 1 Immortal versus... Let me replace these low HP ones. Versus 4 Stalkers, an Immortal, 2 Skill Batteries, and 1 Sentry. Okay, go. I'm not gonna use like billion overcharge, so I'll just use 1. Just kind of simulate that kind of fight. Even though I think I have way too many units against an all-in, but...
State thy bidding. Very wise.
Guys are exhausted.
Wait. What? Let's remove my Immortal. I think it's too strong. I probably won't have an Immortal. I'll try 4 Stalkers, 2 Sentry. Let's try that. And let's say my Immortal is building, right? I don't know what the exact timings are, but let's try like this. So it's like I'm trying to buy time for my Immortal to come out. Okay, go. Let's try. It's hard to say. The problem with this, right, is if I take this army, right, which is 1 Immortal, 6 Stalkers, you don't out-heal this, right? So, look at this. You don't out-heal that. So, if the attacking Protoss focus fires, this Shield Battery is not really going to save you, because it will get your Stalker into like deep orange, and then the second attack will just insta-kill you. Okay, let me try again. Try again with Micro. Wait. Let me regen. I used it to regen the energy. I'll wait for it to expire. So many 6 Stalkers, 2 Sentries. I'll remove 2. So let's go like this. And let's remove this one. Okay, go. So if you're trying to buy time, now I warp in 2 more Stalkers. I'm burping with my... See, this is a problem. If you focus fires, there's no healing that. I don't know. You can only use natural Nexus? Yeah, so the range on this is 8. So this is the range I can overcharge. I can overcharge these 2, but...
Heed the call.
What if it gained 100 energy instead of regenerating it? Well, regenerating is better, because that would mean that even if it's 50 energy that restored instantly 100, you waste a lot of energy. But if it regens over time, like now, you gain energy. So this way is better. I mean, I don't know. guys. I gotta say, I don't know. My verdict on this is, again, it's free, as in it's a free buff, right? They didn't nerf anything to Protoss to give Protoss this. It's another option, which is great. But this is the thing, right? Once the enemy Protoss has 6 Stalkers, 1 Immortal, they will two-shot your unit no matter if you're healing it with this overcharge or not, if they focus fire. Now, if the damage is spread, I mean, what's the difference between having this and having just another shield battery? I guess you trade energy for minerals in that sense, but someone wrote the math is 67 minerals for 75 energy. Which again, it's a buff, but is this going to... you know, I talked about it early when I was reviewing the changes. Is this going to make one basis irrelevant? I don't think so. But I do think that this will help. The question is how much. And honestly, some of the PvPs that I've seen, I feel like sometimes the defending Protoss that's expanding just needs a little push to win. And this might be enough. So, at first, I thought this is too imba, from what I've read, but it kind of drains energy giga fast because it heals a lot, right? And then, yes, there's an extra energy regen, but it doesn't seem too crazy. Once units focus fire you, you're just kind of dead. Now, there's other options, like if the opponent goes for Void Rays, this is going to out-heal the overcharged
I watch you
Void
every
Rays.
morning I wake up. Keep up your good work, dude. This series is very funny. Hello, chat.
Sagaxis, thank you so much for the $7, dude. Thank you. Glad you're enjoying it. Glad I can make your mornings a little better. Could you get more out of it if I Prism Micro? Oh, with Prism Micro. I mean, for sure. Like, the thing is, what this is giving you, right? So, what we know based on the facts. I'm sure there are some specific Stalker numbers where this helps against. And again, guys, don't get me wrong, this is a buff. The question that I had was, is this going to make one base all-ins irrelevant? I don't think it will. I think one base all-ins will still be a thing, but this is a buff against them, which PvP needed. Now, the 4 Stalker, 1 Immortal, instead of two-shotting a Stalker with a normal shield battery, will now require 7 shots with an overcharged shield battery. The thing is, it's 75 energy. So if you expand to the natural, you can only overcharge once for the duration of the all-in. That's something to keep in mind. And like, it's not like you're gonna just keep overcharging your batteries over and over. Now, if the opposing player gets 2 Immortals and 4 Stalkers, or Immortal and 6 Stalkers, he will two-shot your Stalker no matter what. Doesn't matter if you overcharge it. Now, I'm sure there's way more interactions that I can't think of now. Someone mentioned the 2 Oracles. The 2 Oracles should still kill a probe because you attack them at the same time and it just one-shots the probe. You cannot overcharge from main Nexus to the natural because the range is 8. So it's not, you can't even put it at the edge of your bases. It's just not going to work. Maybe you can on some maps, like if this is your main, let's say this is your main and this is your natural. Maybe on some maps, if this is your main base, you can put it like batteries there. So they're in range of the main base, but close enough to the natural to help out. So maybe on some maps, like I'm thinking this map. Yeah, this map. So you see how the Nexus is right here. Maybe you can put the batteries like around that area, and then you overcharge them and you put your armament low ground, something like that. I don't know. But on most maps, you will definitely not be able to do that. So again, there is a point where Shield Battery Overcharge thing will help you against specific amount of units. But this won't be like, oh, click, I win. Which is a good thing. Don't get me wrong. Maybe this ability should cost 50 energy? I don't know. Maybe 50 energy would make it too good. I don't think it would. But maybe. But this is something that, like, even though I got like rank 30, 40 GM in EU with Protoss, I don't think that's high enough skill to be 100% sure of a change like this, because, like, you know, top Korean Protosses are obviously way better than I am. So I think we would need to see some high-level PvPs where one base happens versus the other guy that's expanding. And again, it is a buff, so I think it's definitely a step in the right direction if they want to make PvP not just one base all in. So I think it's a good change. Now, how would it affect other matchups? I didn't really think about this, so I'm not gonna try like sit here for 20 minutes talk about how it would affect other matchups. I'm trying to think, where would you actually Nexus overcharge in PvT? Because, like, against one base all-ins, but you don't really, Terran doesn't really have any all-in that's like super spiky damage where you need to overcharge. Maybe against like proxy marines or something, but proxy marines are terrible at a higher league, so that's kind of just shit. Other than that, I don't really see it. Like, maybe there's some potential with like proxy Nexus, and then like you proxy shield batteries, and then you overcharge one battery, but it's like, that's more like flexing on people and, like, you know, than actually making any use out of it. Yeah, what Color Familiar is saying, worst case scenario, you can use it mid-game when you're getting dropped, if you're having energy, right? So again, it's a mini buff overall, and it's a, you know, buff in PvP. Now, in PvZ, let me think. In PvZ, I mean, again, what situation would this help you in, right? Baneling bust? You mean to if you have like a Zealot? I mean, maybe if you have like an Adept or a Zealot in the wall and the Baneling bust happens, because they don't explode at the same time. So maybe you could overcharge battery and heal up the Zealot super fast so it doesn't die to Lings? Sure. But how often do you see a Baneling bust? Roach Ravager pushes? Well, that's the thing. If the opponent is Roach Ravager pushing, he can just kill your battery with Biles. And there's no healing. And then if you're facing any type of like Ling all-ins, let's say Lings get in, if he surrounds your Stalker, the Stalker will live a bit longer, but the Stalker's going to take so much damage from the Lings that the energy is going to get drained like this. And then it's dead anyway. You could Nexus Battery Rush, but it's not worth, you know? Oh, Kappa, yeah, Kappa. Like, you can just make shield batteries, like, make another one. That's it. Yeah, I mean, guys, you can make, like, instead of going Nexus and then shield battery rushing, you can just make 4 shield batteries for the cost of Nexus. So I'm sure someone's gonna troll with it, but it's not, you know, a big deal. It's interesting, though. It's interesting. And obviously, like, if you ever play against, you know, Terran or something, people might be a little bit more inclined to put, like, a shield battery in their main base, and then if the Terran drops you, you can, like, do a overcharge on the shield battery or something like that. But it's not huge, let's just say that. I do think it's like a little push in PvP, but that's about it. I don't want to drag it out for too long, because I think we tested it, we gave it a go, we discussed it, and that's about it. What do you guys think? Let me know. If you're watching this on YouTube, let me know in the comments below. If you're watching this on Twitch, give me a kappa and let me know what you think.